Don't give up before the magic happens. Any day could be your day. At all. Nobody. That's all we need. Mm, thank you. In your life, you know what I'm talking about. Mm, it's a liar. Yes, he is. Devil is a liar. 5:55. I'm clocked in at 5:55. Yeah, 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 yeah. It's 5:55. We believe in your arms. I'm gonna win. Always gonna prosper until the end. Ray is mine. Yeah, 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 yeah. Grateful. Anybody grateful? Okay. Anybody grateful? Anybody thankful? Anybody grateful? Anybody thankful? I'm not getting on this through. Grateful. So I'm gonna copy this and send this to my sisters. To you. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Code Black. Excuse me, Code Black Car Chronicles of the Angry MP. I started these lives a couple of weeks ago because I was tired of people turning me into the angry MP, like the angry black woman. So I wanted a place where I could go and vent about the shit that I have to deal with being a black MP and how people force me to become angry and then judge me on those actions. And when God told me to do it, I really didn't want to do it because I spent my whole life trying not to be seen as the angry MP. Like that was a real trigger for me when people would do stuff to piss me off and then blame me for being pissed off. So that was a struggle for me to do this because then I would have to admit that I'm an angry MP. And so yesterday I did this live. And I did the tired MP because I said on the live yesterday that I had nothing to be angry about. I'm assuming that the devil was watching my live because at the end of it, you saw where I got a message from the devil. Yeah, I almost went to jail yesterday. I almost, I came, I came this close to going to jail yesterday, just that quick, just that quick. Okay, so let me get back to And I'll get to the story. All right, so this is Cold Black, the Car Chronicles of an Angry Black MP, because I wanted a place for Black nurses, moms, teachers, women to come where we can vent to each other about the things that people are doing to make us angry and then judging us on our actions to that, because that is a pet peeve of mine, is seeing this with other Black women. I see people pick and poke at them, and then when they react, then it's, oh, you angry and you mad. That's a five. I see a five. So that means that's right on time. So that's the reason why I wanted to do these car chronicles, because I wanted a place where I could vent to y'all and y'all can vent to me about the shit that only we have to deal with. Don't nobody else in the world knows the struggles that we have to deal with as being Black women. So I wanted a place where we can go through those struggles together. Okay? So that's what this place is for. This is a place for Black women who are tired of other people fucking with us, and we ready to unite and show y'all that we really are unfuckwittable. The only reason why y'all fucking with us is because we let y'all. And that's the truth of the story. So when Black women come together and decide we tired of y'all fucking with us, and we unite and show y'all that we really are unfuckwittable, that's the movement that I'm trying to start. And I'm looking for members from the We Do Not Care Club. I'm looking for y'all too, because I need y'all, and then I need those of us who have graduated to the We Do Not Give a Fuck Club. That's what these, because I had the several pairs of glasses. I have that. I done lost them all. This is my last pair, and I paid good money for these, so I'm not finna lose these. I'm in the We Do Not Give a Fuck Club because I'm tired of people fucking with us for no reason at all. People just out of the blue come fucking with us, and then when we give them the same energy they give us, then we the problem. Right? So the first segment of the show is don't make me take my earrings off. I took my earrings off yesterday, and I went knocking at the devil's door because she came fucking with me at 6:40 in the morning for no reason. The person that did it is a personal is the daughter of a person who's like a sister to me, and I've been helping her with her problems, even though she does not have insurance, because her mom is like a sister to me. I've been doing it for free, trying to help you with things you can afford. And this person is very non-compliant. I know this because her mom is a VIP patient, and the last time I was at their house at 3 in the morning, mm-hmm, at 3 in the morning because she was sick, I noticed some medicine that I had given her that she told me she was using, but it was still full. And then the day before yesterday, I was over there doing another visit with the mom, and I had made her some special tea, and I went to the freezer to put some ice in it and noticed my cup. I was like, "That's my cup," and the mom was like, "Yeah, that's the tea. That's a five. That's a five." I said, "That five, thank you." Um, so the tea that she claimed that she had been drinking. So yesterday at 6:40 in the morning, when I'm having good conversation with y'all, having a great day, she texted me saying that pretty much I didn't know what I was doing, and that she had done everything that she was supposed to do, and it's not getting any better. Blaming me. So I responded. I did, and when I responded with cuss words, because I was disrespected and I was pissed and I was angry, because we both know, because I know if I know that you ain't taking it, you know you're not taking it. So why you at 6:40 in the morning going to send me a disrespectful text message blaming me when you didn't take your medicine like you were supposed to, and now you still having issues? How is that my fault? And then lied about something that I gave her and how she got that particular thing. And then when I told her about the witness, came up with another lie to counter the witness that heard you say what you said. So yes, yesterday I was, listen, I told the mama, I got the bell on deck. Your child, she gonna have to see me for that. and I know I was wrong. I already know I was wrong. But at that time, I was very, very angry at the level of disrespect that not only did you lie on me and blame me for the issue that you caused, but then she disrespected me and said something about my mother who is dead that I felt was a trigger to try to destroy me, to try to kill me, because that losing my mother almost did kill me. Until that point, and a lot of people, because I talked to a lot of people who have never thought about suicide, the only thing in their thoughts is what there's nothing that can make me want to take my own life. Well, that's how I felt until I lost my mom. So that is a very sensitive trigger for me. And that person that said it knows that. And for you to poke at that this close to when your mom passes, I don't know if you have your mom or not, but when your mom or dad passes, the times of their birthday and the date of their death, you become emotional, even when you don't want to be. There was years that I didn't even put the two together. That when it came close to April, I was shut down because April is my mom's birthday. And then May is Mother's Day. And then June is my birthday. Your birthday without your mom's are not the same. And then July is the month that she passed. So here we are in August. I'm just coming off of that hurtful time, and you jab me with that about my mom. Like, I really feel like we as Black women have to be extra careful because there are people out there who we take care of, who literally depend on us, and they will still try to kill us. So I was very angry. So I went knocking, ready to fight because I was very angry, and I didn't get it because listen, y'all, I went over there and I was ready to fight. I was. And then the fact that they kept talking shit behind the glass but wouldn't come outside was making me angrier. So I went back in my house. My husband made me promise that I would not leave because he had to go to work. So I stayed there and I called. I was going to call my father to calm me down because normally he's the only person that can calm me down, but he's getting older and he's the only parent I got. And I didn't want to stress him, so I called my assistant. And she was able to talk me off the ledge. I read the text messages to her because what had happened was we was texting each other and she said some disrespectful shit. That's five. That's five. That's five. She said some disrespectful shit. So I went knocking because I wanted her to say that to my face. Because people can say shit, on text. I wanted you to say that to my face. So I went knocking and she wouldn't say it to my face. But I didn't read all of it. And I'm really glad that I did not read the entire thing because at that time that I was reading it, and I know I shouldn't have been reading, and my assistant kept saying, "That's the devil. That's just the devil. That's just the devil." And I knew it was the devil, but I still gave it time and energy where I could have been doing something else. But I kept reading the text messages, and she was like, "That's the devil. Stop reading them." And I read how much what I read that set me off. That was this compared to the level of disrespect that was in the rest of the text messages. So I was literally seeing red. Like I was so ready to fight that it took me about an hour or two. But I blocked her because when I ignored the text messages, she kept sending more. That's a five. That's a five. That's a five. Because even when I ignored it, because somebody told me to block it, but I didn't want to block it because I wanted to see what she was saying. But then I noticed that even when I didn't respond to the disrespect in the last message, she would send another one, trying to get my attention. So I blocked her. And as soon as I blocked her, lost access to me, I was able to get focused. But by then I was late for work. And there was several times during the day where somebody would bring it up and I would lose focus on what I was working on and fuss about that. But the lesson because every time I have an angry moment, I try to learn a lesson from it. The lesson that I got from the first part was I shouldn't have gave her my energy because I should have known she was picking and trying to start a fight. That's number one. Number two is I let my 14-year-old daughter read the messages because I wanted her opinion on it. And she didn't see the level of disrespect because, of course, can't nobody feel the disrespect that you feel, right? She did say that what she said about my mom was on call for her, but she did point out that I cursed at her in the text messages first. And I did. But this goes back to what I've been talking about for weeks on here. It's weird to me how we are judged by our reaction to somebody else's disrespect. If you disrespect me and I cuss at you, how is you how are you madder at me for cussing at you than you are for disrespecting me and then claiming you didn't disrespect me? Texting me at 6:40 in the morning on some bullshit is disrespectful. And then lying on me in said text is disrespectful. And then basically telling me that I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about because it ain't working for you and you tried it, which was the lie, was disrespectful. So the fact that I told you you on some bullshit, I said, miss me with this bullshit is what I said. I don't think telling you to miss me with that bullshit was disrespectful because you know that it was bullshit. Because you ain't tried shit that I gave you. You decided in your mind that you had more knowledge than me and that you wasn't going to try that. And you wanted something that would fix it right away. And I told you that wasn't possible. You had to do prevention. You have to take something every day to decrease the acuteness of your issue. But you don't want to listen to that. So I got angry. And then when my daughter pointed out that I cussed at her first, I sat back and tried to really figure out if I owed her an apology. And I decided that I didn't because she disrespected me first. I'm and then when I really sat in it, because I had to release it or I would still be angry because I'm not angry anymore. I realized that I wasn't just angry, I was hurt. I was hurt because I got up the last time she was sick. I got up out my bed at 3 o'clock in the morning and went over there and made sure she was okay. The stuff that she didn't take, I spent hours of research and my own money to make it. That shit wasn't cheap. And then not only did you not use it, but you threw it in my face. So I wasn't angry. I think I was more hurt. And I wanted to hurt her. Because I did. I need for us as Black women to really understand our triggers quickly. Because there's a lot of folk around here going around trying to trigger us. I repeat that. There's a lot of folks going around here trying to trigger us. So we need to identify our triggers. Because the triggers, if somebody steps on your trigger and it is something that is unhealed or unidentified, it can cost you your life. Or it can cost you your livelihood. Because if I had got arrested yesterday, who knows what could have happened. Because nowadays, calling the police is not safe for anybody. Because it could have went down yesterday because I was prepared for it to go down. Because I didn't give a fuck. I didn't. But it's because I allowed somebody to step on my trigger. And the trigger that I'm having right now, because I've been having this conversation with my husband since I closed down my clinic. I'm tired of people that I have given my all to for free to throw it up in my face. Because that's exactly what she did. All of the hours, the time and the money that I spent trying to help her, she threw it in my face. She actually told me she was going to get a specialist that knew what they was doing. So I don't think a lot of the response that people get when they look angry, sometimes that's somebody that's hurt. It's not always anger. A lot of times that's hurt. And so when I see someone like this woman was, I was on a post where this woman was talking about Ozempic, the skinny shots, and she was saying how it messed with her bowels. Now she's having issues with her stomach, and I, was talking back with her, and this lady that was not even in our conversation came in aggressively talking to me like she was crazy. I'm just like, I wasn't even talking to you, so I don't even know like what's the point of your. And I screenshotted the picture, but I'm on the phone. I can't read it. But she basically told her that she needs to she should have took her ass to the gym. Um, she felt like that was her karma for taking the medication from people like her that needed it, and all this evil and hateful stuff. And I just commented that, if your insurance paid for it, because that it wasn't cheap. That those skinny shots are thousands of dollars without insurance. It wasn't cheap. And if the insurance was paying for it, so there was a shortage, that means that the insurance decided they need it because the insurance don't pay for shit they don't think you need. Sometimes they don't pay for shit that you do need. So she basically told me that I was not a practitioner and told me that she knows because she was a diabetic and she took the medication and she was trying to say metformin, but she misspelled it. How you take a medication and you can't spell it? You don't know how to spell it. If you don't know how to spell it, you should at least look it up. It's like people like that will come with their anger and steal your joy, and that's unalive for TikTok purposes. And that's gonna take us into the next part, which is what we're not gonna do. What we're not gonna do is allow the devil to kill or unalive for TikTok purposes, steal or destroy anything connected to us, and that does include our children, because I don't understand. I don't know if people understand that they are coming for our children. We don't, they really don't care about us. They want us to unalive so they don't have to pay us Social Security. But our children can still make more children. They still got plenty of strong backs and strong knees and can do a lot of work and have a lot of babies. They're coming for our children. And I've been saying that, hoping that some of these moms that say that they would die for their kids will wake up and realize you might have to actually prove that, because they're coming for our kids. They don't want to feed them. They don't want to educate them about their true history. They don't want to give them a fair chance at a job. Does that not sound like they're coming for our kids? They're making it impossible for you to be able to support yourself financially without any assistance, and then cut off the assistance. So I'm here every morning at 6 o'clock waiting for the sun to come up so I can go out and work on my farm. Yes, I have a farm. I have a medical clinic. I do in services. I got an online store. I'm trying to build something. And I'm looking for other black women that are trying to build something too, so we can build this shit together. Because they're trying to burn it down. I'm not about to let anybody burn down the shit that my ancestors fought and bled for. No, thank you. I'm not interested in letting you take it. You ran it for 400 years and ran it into the ground. I'll take it from here. You've proven that you cannot be trusted with power. I'll take my power back. And that's the second half of the what we're not gonna do. We said we're not gonna allow the devil to steal, kill, or destroy anything from us. And now I'm gonna tell you how you're gonna stop that. You're gonna take back your motherfucking power. take back your power. When they brought us over here to this country, because this is not our origin, it's not America. They forced us to come here. And when they brought us here, they disconnected us from our power. They wouldn't let us speak our language or practice our religion, which was our power. I'm going to need you to get your power back. Take back your power mentally, physically, financially, and spiritually. It's time for you to take back your power because you're going to need it in the battle that's coming. Because we are at war. Spiritually, oh baby. Oh baby. Oh baby. What? Spiritually, shit. We at war. And, hey, have you not realized that everybody you know is struggling? Mentally, physically, financially, and spiritually. Everybody you know is struggling. We are at war. You need to wake up and check with yourself and make sure that you're okay and the ones that pour into you are okay too. And then figure out what you're going to do to keep it that way. What are you doing to make sure that you're all right physically? Because people popping up with stage 4 cancer and it's not even in their family. Mentally, because baby, it don't take much. It do not take much for you to go from sane to insane. That insomnia, try going 3 days with no sleep. It doesn't take much. If you're depressed, you catch COVID, it intensifies that depression. Do you know what that turns into? Suicidal thoughts. That anxiety. If you catch COVID, you know what that turns into? Panic attacks. We are under attack. And I'm ready for people to realize that and decide that they're not going down without a motherfucking fight. There was a time that people was mad at me because of that thing with Kanye West, where they took that little clip, like social media. That's how social media controls people's minds that can't think for themselves. Is they show you a little clip of what somebody said and then tell you how to feel about it. So they took a clip from a conversation that he had where he said that slavery was a choice. Now, those of us who think for ourselves went back and watched the entire conversation and not just that clip. Because why? Ain't nobody going to tell me how to feel about something somebody said without the whole conversation, right? Right? Oh, okay. So I went back and watched the conversation. And when he said that about slavery being a choice, he said that they had the choice to either stay there or risk their lives for their freedom. He also said that he didn't know which choice he would make. If we don't wake up pretty soon, we all gonna have to make that choice. Because if you're not paying attention, the writing on the wall is saying that, like I said, when he said, "Make America Great Again," I tell y'all, all I kept seeing and hearing was slavery, slavery. And I even started posting it. People said that I was paranoid and acting crazy. Do you know when slavery, when America was great? It was only great for white men, nobody else, not even the women. Back in slavery time, that's when America was great for white men only, nobody else. Was during slavery time because they didn't have to work. They had their wives. They had their mistresses with their little babies. If we don't wake up and decide what we're going to do, we all going to be back on a plantation. I'm not having it for mine. I don't know about how you feel about your children, but they can't have mine. Mm-mm. Not while I'm breathing. It's time for black women to wake the fuck up because they're trying to exterminate us because we are the motherfucking threat. We are a threat to the system that they've spent hundreds of years perfecting. We beat them at that game. We are now more experienced than them, and we are now more educated than them. And then when we make it, unlike them, we try to bring our people up. So they don't want us to get educated because they don't want any more Angel Reese's, Flage, going out paying people's bills, buying land to build their own communities, buying a basketball court for other children to get their NIL deals, to get millionaires, to get their families up out of poverty. They want to stop that. And we can't let them because we have worked our asses off getting to the top of this goddamn ladder for them to kick the ladder over and tell us we got to start over. No, the fuck I ain't. I work my ass off to be the best at what I do. And even though they don't give me credit for it, because in the town where I live, I have called and called and called and called and called and asked them to add my name to the list of the competition, the best of Panola. I've been here for what, since I opened, because my first patient I saw in Carthage, but my clinic was in 2021. Every year when the people call, they act like they don't know what they talking about. But don't nobody around here have anywhere as near as many 5-star reviews as I do. I have over 200. And I've been here a lot. There's doctors and other people who's been here for years and they don't have 200 5-star reviews. So why am I not voted the best of Panola? And why you keep leaving my name off the list every year? Even when we become the best, they still won't acknowledge it. But now you think you finna start a new system where I got to start at the bottom and work my... I'd be goddamned. Absolutely not. And I'm willing to fight tooth and nail to keep what I got. And one thing about me is I don't give a fuck about a fight. I'm not backing down. I'm not gonna start it. I'll never start a fight. But I'd be goddamned if I run away from it. And I need more people, black people, to realize that we are under attack. I'm just saying they're removing our history from the history books. They're literally teaching now in the schools that we were basically indentured servants. And it wasn't that hard, that the masters were nice to us. We were like extended. This is in books that they're putting in the schools. They're changing our history. Are we going to let them? How can us white folks just leave us alone? Just leave us alone. And that's really the only thing we've ever wanted, was to be left alone. But for some reason, when we get our own towns, minding our own business, don't bother nobody, those towns get burnt down or bombed or flooded. Just leave us alone. We understand that we set the trend. You can watch from a distance, but leave us alone. But anyway, it's 6:30 and it's light enough for me to go out here and water my garden without having to worry about snakes. So I'm gonna go on and get to work. Oh yeah, the black MP magic. I gotta give y'all some advice. I guess the same thing as before. Do something every day to heal your body. Do something every day to heal your mind. Some type of self-care. Do something every day to heal your finances. Figure out something that you can do outside of your job to bring in money, and to bring in money in place of your job or in addition to your job. Because with everything going up, you're going to need extra money. So figure out, what is it, something that you can do where you can make extra money. And definitely spiritually, if you're not connected to God, I highly suggest you find that connection. And don't let nobody tell you what that is for you. They really, and that's one of the biggest problems I have with this administration, is that they want to control our religion. Absolutely not, because we don't pray to the same God. Y'all don't want to feed children. I know goddamn well me and you don't have the same God. Find you your connection to the God that you serve, the one that's in your heart, the one that you live for. Find that connection. And once you find that connection, in that connection, you'll find your purpose and find your fight. Because everybody got something, everybody should have something worth fighting for. I'm willing to fight for my freedom. I'm willing to fight for the freedoms of future generations. That's what I'm willing to fight for. But now I bid you adieu, and I'm going to leave you with this. We all we got, but that's okay. We all we need. And I pray that you get everything that you prayed and voted for. I'm sorry. I'm not supposed to laugh when I say that, but I pray that you get everything you prayed and voted for. And until next time, I am Sequisa, the Boss MP, signing out.